Hello everybody, welcome to the stream. Boop. Here I am. And you can see the game. I'm here. The lighting is fine, I think. Okay. Wait, let me just do a couple more checks. Elgato, mic. Yep, okay. Hello, Cap. Welcome to the stream. I'm gonna have to be conservative with my water. I haven't gone grocery shopping this week. I usually grocery shop on Sunday, but I was out of town on Sunday, so I have very limited water right now. I do have plenty of juice though, so anyway, that's beside the point. The point is we're back here with some God of War 2 today. Last time on God of War 2 for Sony's PlayStation 2 video game console, we were in the middle of a puzzle area. I just finished fighting like a trio of like Reaper things, and I was gonna go back into the building to do the second half of the puzzle. So we'll just get right back into it. I don't think I have anything to announce right now. I would like to say that yesterday's stream was very fun. For anybody that wasn't there, I had Wasabas and Wabas on the stream with me, and I think that was one of my favorite streams so far. Like probably at least within my top 5 streams that I've done so far. So that's pretty cool. I am. Oh, okay. I'm going to start. I'm gonna try to start producing some videos for Ego and Opus. To put on my main YouTube channel, the Jag Cactus channel. I want to do like a video guide sort of thing, so I'm working on that right now. I keep saying like, yeah, I'm gonna do that today. Like I said that today. Like I'm gonna do that today. I'm gonna make those videos. It shouldn't be that hard. It's basically like, the idea is basically to just, where am I going? Basically just to do to explain the rulebook in video form, you know, in a sort of summarized way, and to introduce the game to, you know, a wider audience. So it's like, I really only have to do, I could probably do it in one take and then, like, you know, split that up into multiple different videos. So I'm like, my Thursdays are pretty free, so I'll do that today. But predictably, I ended up not doing that because I got sidetracked with an hour-long nap. Which, I mean, it always upsets me. Like I always get upset at myself for doing that, because it's like I have literally all day to do this, and then I waste it on a nap. Well, first it's like, you know, like oh well, you know, I gotta go into work in the morning, right? I do that first, and it's like, well, now I gotta make lunch, right? And then I make lunch, and then I'm like, well, I had a big lunch, so I'm kind of tired, so I should take a nap. And then I intend for it to be 15 minutes long, and that ended up being like 45 to an hour. And I'm like, well, I already spent all that time, so I'm pretty much out of time now, right? And I'm like doing mental gymnastics to try to get out of doing this thing that I want to do. Like, it doesn't make any sense. I mean, that's procrastination for you, I guess. A napper's never a waste of time. If that was the case, I'd be wasting so much time every day. Well, it's a good thing. It's a good thing you're not, Cap. That's. I mean, it was a good nap. I was well rested afterwards. But you know, it's like I had this plan, and then I don't follow through. It's annoying. And it's all my fault too. Am I going the right way? Hold on. This was the door I was supposed to be going to, right? Because we already went in the bottom door. And this was the only other way to go. I don't remember what it was I was trying to unlock, though. I needed like another block or something, right? Recommendation: don't make plans. Be spontaneous. It's good for the bones. Well, the thing is, I know how I am when I try to be spontaneous. I found I am much more effective when I like write down things to do, or like schedule things, make a to-do list. Okay. Well, I guess we're just gonna go. It'll probably loop back around to here somehow. I'll just have to trust in that. Because, I mean, this is the only other route to take, as far as I'm aware. How do these work again? Well, there's a checkpoint right there, so I think it's R1, yeah, okay. Oh. Updated recommendation. Write a bunch of things down on separate sticky notes, put them in a hat. Forget about them. Pick from the hat. When you're feeling spontaneous, it's the best of both worlds. You write down plans, but you don't know which plan you're going to do. Which it kind of defeats the point of a plan, but that's kind of a fun way to do things, right? I mean, it's not like I'm on an urgent schedule or anything, you know, it's just like something I'd like to get done sooner than later. Because I want to release the demo of Ego Nopus, but I don't want to do that until I get those videos out. You know, so I can, like, announce that at the same time. Where am I going, by the way? Okay, is this another jape? Am I missing another, like, obvious pathway? Or what? The rock depresses? You right. How did you know that? And I didn't. Oh, well. I guess that, it does kind of look like a button, right? There's a time slow here. You saw it? How? That's fair. I suppose this is just a commonality with streamers not being able to see things that everybody else can. I don't know what that phenomena is called, but I know that's it's a common issue. What was the point of this? Oh, okay. Well, actually, what was the point of this? Okay. Well, I guess we're waiting. Oh, right. Like, I probably couldn't have made it across. Well, I mean, coming to this area is the same distance as just going straight. I don't know. Extra orbs, I guess. Well, there's a button right here, too. Very odd. But yeah, stream blindness. It's called typical typical Twitch streamer disease. I think calling it a disease is a little rude. Am I stranded? Can I make it back? Oh. Yikes. So that's just a bonus island. There's no point in going over there? First clip of the day, baby! I wish I could, like, only take the first couple hits of that. I don't really need all of it, you know? Oh. Bye-bye. You see that chest down there, chat? How do you suppose we get to that? Think we just jump down? Yeah, see, because there's nothing over here but enemies. Nice. So at this point, I'm thinking that the game actually just ends when we get to the fates, right? Because, I mean, judging by my health and magic, we're pretty close to the end. Now I'm stranded again. Ruben wants you to use that island. Traverse and go right. Well, I can't make it back this way. Cause see, oh right, cause okay, you need that island to make the roots over there. Okay, I was under the impression that all the buttons extended all the roots. Okay, that makes sense now. Yeah, see, cause they're not extended over there. Okay. Boosh. Ooh. Okay. Oh, bird up, bird up. I didn't even mean to grab that guy. Okay, and this one will extend the ones, that one back there. All right. Boom, easy. And then this will probably go to the right, loop us back around, yeah? Oh boy. You think there's another boss fight coming up in here? Let me go ahead and, can I upgrade this? Can I upgrade the Medusa head? Gorgon Flash. Gorgon Flash. L2 plus triangle. So it's like a shot. Okay. I still kind of like this one for general use, but we'll see. If the Gorgon can be used on bosses, that'd be pretty funny. I doubt it. I wouldn't mind giving it at least one try, though.
No! That door was my only escape.
Sorry, bud.
I have faced test after test in search of the sisters. And now you have dashed it all away. You certainly do not live up to your reputation, ghost of Sparta.
Who are you supposed to be?
But perhaps this is a test. Are you watching me now, sisters? Give me a sign! Am I, the great Persius, to kill this fallen god to receive an audience with you? Will that allow me to bring my love back from the grasp of Hades himself? If not, at least I can bathe in the glory of being the one who brought down the mighty Kratos, the slayer of gods. Although I hardly think a Harpy's fool such as yourself deserves such praise. I'm right here.
Thanks, Perseus. So you're telling me he got all the way here and me opening that door screwed him up? Does this not target Perseus? It does not work on Perseus. Okay. Well, this is gonna be a little difficult considering he's invisible. Does this target him? It does not. This would work, right? Theoretically.
No, not there. Over here.
Shut up. Got him.
Wrong. I'm over here now.
Okay, well, this seems like a pretty just simple fight. It's not like I can predict his, like, attacks, because I can't see him. My strategy currently is just to hold block. Because he does like a string of attacks. Watch this. He'll attack. Boom. And then I can counter. And then he'll attack again. Right? What? You gotta be fast on the draw with that one.
I'm over here.
Oh, okay. I think my spin attack has too much end lag. Like I'm still recovering from the move before I can press
No,
circle.
not there. Over here.
Man, I was too slow again. Yeah, I'm gonna just have to stick to the I'm gonna have to stick to just basic light attacks.
I'm right here.
There we go. Now you have to fight me like a man. What are you doing? What was that? It looks like parries are gonna be the way to go here. I can't tell exactly when he's vulnerable. This will work now though, right? Is that what my counter does? When I'm enraged? Oh, I destroyed his sword. I guess I need to get rid of his shield next, too. Did I do it? Oh, I got faked out. I did not realize how low on health I was. This is quite unfortunate. It's kind of a shame because none of like your strong combo moves are very viable in a boss fight. Like this, like the spin move, not very good in a boss fight because they have super armor on from all of your attacks. So it ends up just leaving you vulnerable. Dang it.
I'm right here.
This is very unfortunate. It's not even my counterattack seems to be very effective.
Wrong. I'm over here now.
Who was Persius again? Actually, I don't remember what his deal was. He's looking for his girlfriend.
I'm right here now.
Like Hades took his girlfriend and trapped her in the underworld or something. I have a vague idea. No, that's so dumb. Why is it so fast?
No, not there. Over here.
There we go. Okay, get rid of your cloak helmet. And now we fight like men. He dodged it. Electric attack doesn't do anything. seem to do anything either. Boosh. Okay. Yeah, that seems to be what you want to do is bait out the attacks, go for a counter. Oh, when he's facing you anyway. You can't turn around while countering, while executing the counter. Apparently. Boosh. This is going much better than the first time. Dang it, dang it, dang it. There we go. Okay. Get the sword out of here. Look at that mash. Look at that mash. Yeah, I'm a Smash player. Can you tell? Alright, so it seems his shield protects him, but you can splat him against the wall. Boosh. Boo, that's the triple. That was the square button. Dang it. X. Bye. Dang, that's pretty brutal. Nice. Oh, and I have a shield now. Sick. I acquired the shield of Persius. Wait, so could I only have won if he ended up over there? Or does he always go that way? Because that's... Like, how long would I have been fighting over here before I figured out that I needed to bust that wall open? Anyway, second try, not bad. Oh, wait, what? It gave me full health and magic anyway. Also, notice Perseus only gave me 2 red orbs. Oh, is that all that does? Check out how many polygons we fit into this guy. You know, I forgot to do laundry. No, I forgot to get my clothes out of the dryer. BRB, guys. Ah, I'm just kidding. Unless you guys want it. Who's up for an impromptu laundry stream? Anybody? Laundry folding stream. Okay, well, we have Perseus's body here now. I don't know what that did for us. You love clothes? So do I. I'm a big fan of clothes. I do have a newfound appreciation for clothes as well. They're pretty hard to make. Oh, you know what? Do we need Perseus' body? Can we grab his body? What was the grab body button? Well, circle's grab. Or, well, I have a shield now. That probably is... Where's the shield? Is that listed here? Amulet of Fate. Golden Fleece. Eyes, feathers, eye, urn. That's weird. It's not listed in my menu. I'm guessing what happens is that I use the shield to, like, block these lasers or something, but I don't know how to equip it. Because what I need to do, from what I can tell, is push that up there, I think. I mean, I guess I don't really know what the goal is with this puzzle. That statue... What am I doing here? Can't target those eyes. So what do we have here? We have a body. We have a chain. We have a shield that I don't know how to use. Oh, you know what? I probably need to put it onto the... There we go. Okay. Now it should do something. That doesn't cover the second eye, but Where's that pointing? It's like pointing to the left. It's like going slightly to the left. So maybe what we gotta do is move it a little bit this way. Oh, well, no, that's not it. It's slotted in here. All right then, maybe. Okay. So the shield is reflecting the eye laser. But it's going like to the left. I don't have a second statue. Can't move the statue, so it has to be here. Like, and I can't scoot the shield around. Like, I can't turn the statue. I can't adjust the shield. So the statue is in the right place. Which makes me think that, well, I have this chain now. So I don't need that block there anymore. So maybe I'm supposed to move the block to somewhere else. Like, see, because I can get up here now with this. Well, theoretically, I could get up here with this chain. Yeah. Come up here. And I don't. Alright, theoretically I can jump off of that chain onto there. So I can use this for something else. But I'm not sure what I could use it for. I guess I could. Well, I can only move it to over here. I mean, it's weird that it goes that far. But I don't think I can actually, I don't think putting it over here would do anything for us. I was thinking maybe I could like swing the chain, but trying to go back and forth on the chain. Use the golden fleece. Think of that. Alright, well, we can use the golden fleece then. We have that intel. Okay. So, thanks for the hint, game, because I think now it's pretty obvious what we gotta do. It's just a race to the top, right? So we pull this up here. And we gotta rush to the top. I don't know why that didn't occur to me. Thank you, game, for throwing me a bone. Now we can leave. A little bit disappointed that the shield isn't like a sub-weapon, but what are you gonna do? Bye-bye. Okay, we can finally move on. Hooray. Man, why didn't I just fly my bird directly over there? Wouldn't that have been so much easier? This is a trap. What? I wasn't even standing on it. Maybe if I tiptoe. No. Can I roll? No. Maybe there's another entrance on the other side. Or somewhere I can stop time. That's some suspicious water. This doesn't bode well. This makes me think we're about to hit a water section. You have to move the Persius statue? Who's Persius? This guy over here? Also, welcome to the stream. Vice versa. I take it that you've played God of War 2 before. Move the Persius statue. This one right here? He's a little sizable. A lot? Well, this is my first time playing this game. So, please don't give me any spoilers or anything. I do accept puzzle hits though, if I can't figure it out, like this one. I can't see how I could move this though. I mean, what tools do I have? Arrow maybe? Go forward and you'll see. Okay. I believe you, vice versa. I'm taking your word for it. It'll probably be very obvious. And I'll feel very smart. Is this another trap? Okay, well there's the door we want to get into. Here is another door. What is that? Is that my griffin? Okay, this is where we'll ultimately end up, probably. So there's our door. Here is this climbable? Okay, that's climbable. That is... This looks a little... Okay. Okay. Alright, thank you, game. So... we have a door. Probably some sort of switch. I haven't seen the statue yet. Well, actually... there's a save point there, so I'm guessing this is not the main route. This looks pretty out of the way. Hopefully. What is that? Okay, well there's a statue. I don't... one of my big fears is that I'll go the right way and miss something. What is this? The heck? Double-bladed laser sword? What is this? Spear of Destiny? Oh. Oh, look at the range on this guy. Unfortunately, sub-weapons are fringe. By my determination, anyway. Oh, you know what? Vice versa. I have a question, if you play this game a lot. I've been thinking about this one part that I couldn't figure out. It was in the... you know that in the first level, or like I think it's the first proper level after the tutorial, where you fly into the Titan's like cave, and you get the arrows, and then there's a part off the beaten path with like it's got like a fire pit, and there's a bunch of there's like a couple statues, and like enemies keep spawning endlessly there. And they're like chests in the fire. How do you open those chests? I can never figure it out. The start button, then use circle to change the selected sub-weapon. Had to throw the enemies on the flames. Okay, and that's the one thing I didn't try. That makes sense, though. You can only have one sub-weapon equipped. Okay. Well, if I'm gonna have one... I'm going to have the spear. The hammer's just too slow. But, I mean, the spear's cool. Oh! That's really cool. Boosh. Okay, here's the statue. Alright, this makes sense. So I need to move it close enough. Oh. I need to move it close enough for me to have enough time. I had to throw 5 enemies. Okay. Yeah, I feel like even if I did throw one of them in there, I'd be like, oh, it didn't work? Oh well, I'll move on now. I'd be like, oh, 3 didn't work? Well, guess it must not be, the answer. Okay, I need you to be right here. Okay, I was not fast enough. I think I need to add another roll in there somewhere. Unless, can I move you? Wait. Can I move you in view over there? Time after, oh, you know what? That's a much better idea. Yeah, because it's line of sight. Boosh. With chat, anything is possible. GG. Game over. All right, guys. Thanks for coming out to the stream. We won. We did it. I'm not trapped in here, am I? Okay. Now we can actually do the real game. Although I am confused by this area over here. I cannot make that. You know, that's what the lever's for, isn't it? When you finish the game, you should watch some speed runs. They're awesome. Yeah, you know what? Funny that you mentioned that. I'm Italian and currently high. Okay. I mean, that's fine. I'm cool with both Italians and high people on my stream. So it's cool that there's somebody outside of the US watching though. That's pretty neat. I don't know the demographics of my viewers, so but yeah. I kind of make it a point to or not make it a point, but I enjoy watching speedruns of games that I just finished. Cause it's like, well, that was a pretty fun game, but can it be annihilated, you know? Yeah, I think it's more fun to watch a speedrun right after you've beaten a game too. Cause like, you know all the context, like you know how long it should take. Sometimes I watch speedruns on God of War 2 or 3. So your channel popped up in the category. Oh, neat. Yeah, this probably isn't the level of skill that you're used to watching. But I hope I can make it enjoyable for you anyway. What am I doing? I don't think I'm accomplishing anything. Speedrun only after the game. Right. I don't think I'm accomplishing anything by doing that. Am I going the wrong way? Can it turn both ways? It can. Well, lefty loosey, righty tighty, as they say. Alright. Maybe I need that statue back. If I can pull it up. Because what I'm thinking, right? Like, maybe it winds up and that bridge pulls up, but it like unwinds really fast, you know? Bruh. Come on now. It's gonna be slow going. This probably isn't the solution, but might as well try everything. Will it spin? Will it spin? It will spin. Okay. So, well, also, it's odd because it doesn't stop. I spun this around a while and it didn't stop. Let's see if that did anything. It did not. Well, if this isn't a solution to a wait, it didn't wind back. If this isn't the solution to a puzzle, then I don't know what it could be. Wait, it's not unwinding. When you want the solution, ask me. Okay. I'll try to figure this out. Oh, well, now it's going back. Wait. What? These rules aren't consistent. Okay, so it's winding back at that point. So if I wind it around this way, will it it goes back again. Well, now it stopped. What the heck is going on? Well, I see that game. I see the bridge. You know what? Okay. Let's try jumping on the bridge. Right? Jump on the bridge. And then, okay. And then move the statue up there and freeze time, right? So I can stop the bridge right here. But if that's the case, then what's the spinny thing for? That doesn't make any sense. Why do I keep climbing up this way? Oh, you know what? I see. Okay, so you spin this around so you can get it oriented correctly. That makes sense. That's why it's stopping at those specific times, so it can stop at the different quarters. Okay, that makes sense. I was like, what is going on? I just assumed it was oriented correctly the first time. There we go. This should work. Make this jump. It's very scary. Stop time. There we go. Okay. Crossing of the lowlands. Grab some water. If you spam square when you roll faster? Really? I don't know if it's a glitch or not. I'm not going to try it on this little area right here, but I'll try that next time. I did not know that. Why would that work? I guess watching speedruns would clue you in on some speed tech. I'll try that. Is it like a noticeable difference? Why do I hear boss music? Okay. All right. That's why they put a save point there. Okay, this is a chase sequence, quote unquote. A race against time, if you will. Come on! Alright, I have to wait. Trial and error, chat. Trial and error. We get as many chances as we want. And patience. Patience is going to be a virtue here. I'm thinking this is Jak and Daxter or something. Like attacking is gonna extend my jump. Dang. Okay. I've been having trouble with the jumps in this game in general. Like I can't quite. Like, sometimes it takes me a couple tries to jump up onto a ledge. I don't know if it's me or not, but the jumps in this game feel a little bit inconsistent. Maybe that's just me complaining because I'm bad at the video game. Who knows? Are you sure you want to? Oh, no. I don't want to switch to easy mode. Once you switch, you cannot go back? Why did it work like that? No, I do not want to switch to easy mode game, but thank you for the offer. Absolutely rude. There we go. Okay, wait here. Jump. Okay, that's pretty cool. Okay, I thought I died. I'm like, where's it? Where's it? Where's it? We good. We good. Nice. Thank you. Oh. Wait, what are these? Have I fought you before? You're not Gorgons. Oh, you're sirens. Okay. Wait, yeah, I fought these before. That's very funny. They're singing as they're getting schmacked. They're not very threatening. What, they got one piddly projectile and that's it? Like, step up your game a little bit. Okay, I can't grab them. But I quickly forgot that there's a grab in this game. Because it's comparatively very useless when you're looking at every other option that you have. Okay, I can see now how the sirens might be annoying. Get me out of here! Get me out of here! It's so strong, but it leaves you so vulnerable. Okay, they'll always use their attack after the quick time again. This is bad. That sucked. Okay. I see what the deal is now. They show you the sirens like, hey, these guys are pretty simple, right? And then they put the Minotaurs in there. It's like, yeah, good luck now, chump. The head of Uriali. Oh, I did recently upgrade that. Let's see. Oh, that's really quick. Hold up. I think I've been sleeping on this thing. Bro, that's quick. Are you kidding? Okay. This actually might be the best one in the game. Bro, are you kidding? This thing? Oh, okay. It wasn't an instant kill, but still, that's kind of busted though. Kind of busted. Oh, but it drains magic like nothing else. Great for mobs though. Absolutely broke for mobs. The hammer? Can I enter the menu while I'm here? See, I've been avoiding using any of the sub weapons. Like the hammer feels really slow. You know, like I feel like speed is valuable in this game. I'm getting dumpstered right now. Hold on. And also because I can't roll with this in my hand. So I maybe I'm missing something. I don't know, but the hammer seems kind of bad. I'm willing to accept that you know something that I don't, though. Don't do the triangle move? What's the triangle move? Actually, let me actually look at the move list right quick. Okay, I got the stair. Spear. Crushing defeat, might of the king, might of the king. Airborne overhead blow. It's not useful to do the techniques. Don't use L2 plus triangle. Use just L2 plus square. Oh, for the head. Oh, I didn't switch to hammer. Hold on. Boosh. Okay. So just this 3-hit combo? With the hammer just spam triangle after the magic? Oh, I see. Oh, so like, you freeze them, and then you just crush them to death? Try triangle, triangle. That one right there? Okay, let's put it to work. Let's see how this fares for me. Oops. That was the wrong move. Deleted. Just gone instantly. I keep using the combo. That's very funny. You're a 25% speedrunner now? Oh, is this the speedrun strat? Uriali and then, am I saying that right? Uriali plus hammer. Okay, I could see now that this, yeah, this is a little bit strong. Wow, you've opened my eyes. I've seen the truth, the cursed knowledge. I've been specking into the wrong thing. You think I'm afraid of you? I know everything now. Oh, never mind. I got a little drunk on power there. Forgot it costs magic. Ooh. Please, get away from me. Watch this. Into the blender. Man, you guys are tanky. Leave me alone. Boosh. Dang it. Okay. means he'll give me another wave? Okay. Nice. Yikes. Okay. Oh no! I'm still alive. I'm okay. Go on. Try me. Try me. I can spam L1 all day. I can spam L1 all day. I should just stick to the plan. Stick to the plan. %100 skill. Oh, ooh, no, where'd my skill go? Where'd my skill go? Oh, there it is. Skill returned. The analogy with the blades is the... Or I assume you meant the strategy with the blades is Fluent Prometheus, square, square, triangle. That one. Oh, I forgot I had that move, actually. You can just grab them. They're quite annoying, especially when there are two together. Yeah, I've noticed that. They're very annoying. You know, I'd like to have magic, but I kind of need health. Yeah, some enemies you just can't grab, so I've kind of stopped trying. But I guess it's worth it to just see. Oh. Great chasm. They give me 2 chests anyway. That was a nice shot. The game continuously impresses me with how it looks. Like, for a PS2 game, this game just looks fantastic. Oh yeah, square. I haven't tried that yet. Let me give that a shot. I just want to test it. I want to practice that. Let's see. But yeah, this game looks fantastic. I mean, I am using so let's see. I am using what is it? Component cables. But still. Okay, so this is regular rolling. And this is rolling with spamming square. I see. Okay, there's the difference. So you interrupt the end lag of the roll with an attack. So you can just go right into another roll. Keep the pad inclined? What does that mean? And spam square. Oh, you mean like the like keep the analogs. Oh. I see now. I see. That's way better than what I thought. Now we're cooking with grease. Get it? Because 50% speedrunner. I'm halfway there. I'm halfway there.
There is no passage here. You will never make it across. You think you can, but you cannot. Do you hear me? It is my wings that will make it across. It is my test.
Shut up, Icarus.
Do you not know who I am? Have you not heard of Icarus? It is my fate to make it across, none other! This is my test! The sisters will grant me an audience, not you. You will die, White Warrior. You will die.
I will reach the Sisters of Fate, and I will use your wings to do so.
The sisters will not allow you, a fallen god, to bathe in their light!
What is this? Oh, I'm dead. It's over. This is a weird sequence. Okay. Press. Boosh! Boosh! Get out of here. I'm not sure what Icarus is doing here. What brought him here. But this is a really cool set piece. Oh. Ooh, okay. Those circle inputs always get me. Ow! Oh! Ow! Okay. Focus. It gives you plenty of time.
Wait! Perhaps the sisters have sent you to help me. I realize now.
Ah! Oh. Oh. Well. Sorry. That is highly unfortunate. So I guess we're in hell now? I've acquired Icarus wings.
The Sisters' Temple is far above Kratos. You must get back to the surface.
Oh, this is Atlas. I'm literally under the world. There are many categories. The most beautiful is the any % new game plus. Yeah, any speedrun with any %. That's usually the most fun to watch. And new game plus especially, because like you got all the tricks. What do you retain in new game plus? You get all of your weapons. You get all the weapons and magic? Like, does that all carry over? The sub-weapons? Icarus wings. Jump and hold X to activate Icarus wings. Continue holding X to glide through the air. When X is released, the Kratos will fall. Okay. Yeah, on this game, they're... You can start the game with all the weapons. Okay, I see. So that's probably... Because I was wondering, like, what do you do when you don't have the Medusa head and the hammer? Like, what do they do then? But I guess in New Game Plus, you always have it. So, no, I would not like to save. We're making good time. Overwrite, yes. Okay, let's get back to the overworld. Hopefully Atlas here is a nice guy. He seems kind of busy though, seems a little bit too busy to like fight me. So I feel pretty secure crawling on his face right now. I hope he doesn't mind. So let's see. Okay. Oh boy. Alright, that's pretty dope. Oh. I have a jump attack? Can I do that just... So I have to hold this and jump. Oh, okay. That's pretty cool. Where... Oh! We didn't see that one. Wait, can I... Okay. That was an experiment. I wanted to see if I could glide out of the jump attack. I cannot. It doesn't seem very strong. It grounds the flyers though. Bird up, bird up. Okay. How should I navigate around this chain? There we go. And then is that a mouth? We're testing our limits. We're testing our limits. I forgot that these wings were made by Icarus, so they're not very high quality. I probably should have guessed that. I swear, that cave looks like it has buck teeth. Or it did. It's kind of freaking me out a little bit. Flesh cave. Nice. Now, what is a flesh cave doing under the world? You can parry harpies? Or you can petrify harpies. Oh, well that would actually be an instant kill, wouldn't it? Because they just fall to the ground and die. Seems like a bit of a waste of magic though, in my case. They're pretty easy to kill. Am I doing damage to you or not? Boosh! Nice. Got him. The chest for the magic along the way. Yeah, I mean, I see the magic chest, but I mean, it is there. Yeah, you're right. Amazing. I do that every time. Every time. Oh, they go down fast too. Spine. There's a glitch that helps you jump high. Does it have anything to do with the wing attack that I've been using? Nice. Just how you need. Does this get faster some parts of the game? Oh. Well, I'm not like going for speed currently. But it would be helpful to know, I guess. Like these 2 jumps. Yeah. Like that up there. And probably something coming up here. Like this. Yeah, your English is very good. I can understand your English perfectly fine. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't be able to tell that English is presumably your second language, so. I'm jealous. I'm very jealous of any of people that are bilingual. I mean, I took Spanish, but it didn't really stick, which is kind of sad, considering that you know, I'm half Mexican myself. I should probably know Spanish to some level, you know, but I only know very little, unfortunately. So, I mean, props to anybody that learns a second language. It's not easy. Especially English, from what I'm told. I'm told English is not easy to learn. Okay, this looks like a job for wings. I know you. I've seen you before. L1X. When you're high, press L1. Quick press start. Press circle 2 times. Leave the menu and press X again 2 times. Oh, so it's like, the game thinks you're on the ground, right? Hold on. I'll try this once. I don't think I'm gonna use this, but I would like to try it at least once. Okay, so I have the hammer. L1 plus X. Okay. L1 plus X. When you're high, press L1. Okay. L1 plus X. And I press L1, and I press start. Press circle 2 times. Leave the menu and press X again 2 times. Did that work? Let me try it again. Okay, so. I don't think I got enough height on that. Hammer, L1. Yeah, L1. X, L1. Oh, okay. L1, X, L1, start. Circle, circle. There we go. Just a slight bit of height. I don't think that's pretty cool. That's cool to know. I don't think I'll be using that because I kind of want to I don't want to skip anything, but good to have in the back pocket. Are you going to like fight me or what? Are we gonna do this or? Okay, you can do this process as much as you want. Prayers will continue to go high. Oh really? Oh, it's an infinite jump. Does this work? I kind of doubt that works. I want to see though. I mean, it lets me target him. Oh, I didn't have enough magic. You can't petrify? Okay, I should have figured that. Get away!
Let the rage of the Titans fuel your blades, Kratos.
Well, this seems like a pretty easy strat. Give him the 1, 2, 3, roll away, hit him again. Easy speezy. I remember this guy being more difficult to fight. He threw rocks at me one time. He doesn't seem interested though now. Ouch. Okay. Yeet. Just you know, just a boss fight. Just ow. I say that like I say it like it's like this is brain dead, but I'm still getting hit. Oh, he died. I thought that was an attack. Oh. What? Wait, what? This fight is still happening? Can I hit the rock back? No, that is not something you can do. Alright, I need to dodge as he's throwing it. There we go. Now I see the problem. Now I see the issue. Just give him a little bit of the business there. Well, as long as I remain patient, just stay calm, wait for him to do his thing, and maintain my strategy, we should come out of this alive. Ooh. He's not done. He's not done. My analog stick stopped for a second. Yeah. Yikes. Okay. Well, I think we have a strategery. Let's not waste magic on the Gorgon head, because we know that doesn't work. Arrows might not be a bad idea, but use the rage. The rage of the Titans. Fuel your weapons, Kratos. Yeah, it's probably best to use rage at the beginning because it refills over time, right? So I'm gonna equip the electricity as well. Rage of the Titans with the hammer. Oh, you know, I didn't think about that. Wake up. Probably not worth it to take this damage. Well, maybe. Okay. Switch off now. Oh, wow. Okay. That's one phase. Alright, dodge when he starts to throw. That's what we know now. Like now. There we go. Window seems pretty, seems pretty generous here. Does Rage of the Titans boost my magic too? I've never tried it. Let's put some extra credit on him. Bad. That was bad. You know, now that I'm thinking about it, yes, tanking the damage is worth it because it gives you all your health back. Rock acquired. Have you ever tried five square and then triangle? Yes, I have. I used that combo a lot early game, at least. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then kaboosh, bam. Yeah. I knew that one. I've kind of been relying on the spin attack most of the time though. Is this enough? Crawling over here won't do anything for me. Yes, okay. Stay hydrated. Think you could hide from me over here? Come on. I'm kind of scared to check over there, though. I don't think there's anything to the right. All combos with L1 are a little bit inconvenient because you can't block them. Yeah, I've noticed that. Like, they leave you really open to attack, especially in boss fights, where the bosses just armor through everything. Which is unfortunate, because they look really cool. That's too far away. Can't shoot anything. Nor... Ooh. Ooh. Hate to see it. Thankfully, the checkpoints in this game, very, very convenient. It scares me every time. It takes a little bit too long to save in this game for my comfort. Always think like the game's hanging or something. My PS2 is very old, so not so much in some points, especially in the end. You'll see. You're on a real PS2. I am. This is real hardware. What? Okay. This is real hardware. This is not my original PS2, but I still got this PS2 a long time ago. Well, actually, I think this is the one I gave this to a friend, and then I got it back from him. A working PS2. Yeah, it's a PS2 Slim. Why didn't you use an emulator? See, I personally just prefer to use physical hardware. It's a preference thing, because I know that like emulators are more convenient in just about every way, right? And I've considered using an emulator for games that like are just far too expensive to practically buy. But I don't know. It's always seemed a little bit difficult. Like it goes over my head. You know. What? Oh. Like the one time I tried to use an emulator was for Symphony of the Night, and I could not figure it out. I think maybe I'm just like not very, I don't know, emulator literate, I guess. Why did I jump off? But yeah, it didn't work out. I think that kind of soured it a little bit for me. And again, I like having a physical collection of games. Part of the fun for me is actually going out and finding a physical copy of a game, like at a thrift store or a garage sale or something. I really like that experience. I recently played this game on PCSX2 in very hard mode. Yeah, I'm a casual gamer. You won't find me playing very hard mode. Use Icarus Wings in an event to gain heightened distance. I prefer to not frustrate myself when playing a video game. You know? I think that was a waste. I do not recommend you play this game on very hard. Is it balls to the wall, like just unfair BS difficulty? Cause some games don't understand how to balance difficulty, right? Some games think that difficulty means make every enemy kill you in one hit, and you deal 0 damage to everything. You know? Is it like that? Play for 30 minutes, then watch the speed runs. Yes. Okay. Yeah. You can miss me with that. You would not see me getting anywhere near that. Because at that point, it's just like the game just turns into a chore. You know. I mean, I guess it's fun just to see if you can do it, right? But Oh, okay. Do I need to blow you up? I think it's breaking. Yeah, I think it's breaking. I have not played God of War 3. No, I have not. I have also not played God of War 1, actually. I got God of War 2. Why did I get God of War 2? I think my reasoning was that, like, I read up on which games were the better of the trilogy, and the responses I seemed to find were that God of War 2 is the best of the trilogy. So I got that one first, so I played this one first. And I figured that it probably didn't matter what order I played them in anyway. You haven't played God of War 1 either? Yeah, I don't know. I think it's one of those cases where the first game is like, you can tell it was sort of just like an experiment, right? They didn't really have a solid direction for the game yet because it was the first one, and then all the sequels afterwards are just way better. Only played 2, 3, and Chains of Olympus. Well, this is my only God of War game so far, and I've been liking it a lot. I definitely want to try the other God of Wars after I played this one. Because in terms of hack and slash games, this is a very well-made game. It's hard to say whether it's better. I do prefer 3 though. You can just play God of War 3 then? Okay. Yeah, I'll add it to my list. I have a long list of games I still need to play. Well, that's kind of why I'm playing on stream anyway, because to get through my backlog of PlayStation 2 games that I have on my shelf, you know. So I'll need to add God of War 3 to the list after I've gotten through everything else, because this is a really good game. The only other hack and slash game that I have played is Devil May Cry 3, which I also really liked. But I was unable to defeat the final boss because I think the build that I spec'd into was just horrible. Like, if you're unfamiliar with Devil May Cry 3, you can spec into, like, your sword ability or your guns or, like, your dodge moves, right? And I spec'd completely into guns. And all of my, which meant all of my sword attacks were really underpowered, and I had, like, no combos with my swords. I just had strong guns, which was not very useful for the final boss. So I was like, you know what? I got to the last part. I basically beat the game. So I ended the game there. I did watch the ending online. I mean, say what you will about me for doing that, but you know. I'm the type of guy who plays always the same games. God of War 2 and 3, Assassin's Creed 2, Brotherhood and Revelations, and Dead Space. Always these 3. God of War, Assassin's Creed, and Dead Space. Yeah, see, that's funny because I'm the opposite. I'm the opposite kind of guy. I play a game one time, and then I move on. Even if, like, the game is really, really good, I really only find myself playing a game one time. Except in very certain circumstances. I think the only game that I have played multiple times is, or the only games that I have played multiple times are all of the Ratchet and Clank games, all the PlayStation 2 Ratchet and Clank games, especially Ratchet Deadlocked, or I guess in Europe it would be Ratchet Gladiator, which I played like at least 8 times with my brother in co-op. And Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, I played those games multiple times over, but nothing else. Everything else I play once and then move on. I need to complete them at 100% to feel good. I mean, that's valid. Again, I'm not the kind of guy to 100% a game unless I think it's really worth it. Because I have so many that I want to play. It's like 100%ing a game takes so much time, especially since I play RPGs a lot. I play a lot of RPGs, and those take forever to 100%. Turn back. What'd I miss? Is there something over here that I missed? Did you open the 2 chests? I did. Yeah, the ones in the roof, I opened those 2 chests, yeah. I was like, where else could I have gone? I missed, no worries. But yeah, I'm a one and done type of fella. And you know, the other 2 games you mentioned, I've not played an Assassin's Creed, and I've not played Dead Space or any of the Dead Spaces either. Assassin's Creed, because there's so many of them, and I don't know which one to play. And Dead Space, because I do not like horror. I'm not a horror gamer. I do not like to be frightened. And Dead Space looks scary as hell. I agree, too many Assassin's Creeds. There are quite a few. Well, I mean, okay, let me see. There's 1, 2, 3, Revelations, Unity, Black Flag. Was there one called Origins? Was there an Assassin's Creed called Origins? Did I miss one? What's the American Civil War one? Is that 3? That's 3, right? There's at least 7. There's at least 7 Assassin's Creeds. Which is a lot for any game. I missed a lot? There's probably ones on like PSP or something that I don't even know about, right? Like mobile games and stuff like that. You stopped after 3. See, cause I hear conflicting things about what Assassin's Creed is the best. Sometimes I hear, oh, okay. It seems to me that some people think that 3 is the best, while some people will tell you that Black Flag is the best. Or I think I've heard people argue for 2 as well, but I'm not sure. 1, 2, okay, 1, 2, Brotherhood, Revelations, 3, Black Flag, Unity, Rogue, Syndicate, Origin, Valhalla, and another 1 or 2. Like, you know, you can't even name all of them. That's, wow, that's a lot. I forgot about Valhalla. Yeah, they had an Assassin's Creed game in ancient Greece. with like gods and stuff, which doesn't seem to make sense, but you know, more power to them, I guess. Okay. Time for gaming. Look at what you've done to me. That'd be Odyssey. Oh, okay. Oh, wait. So Odyssey is the one with the Greek gods. So what's Valhalla? Oh, that's Norse gods. That'd be Odyssey, yeah. Two is superior along with Brotherhood. Oh. So Brotherhood is the Civil War, right? Oh no, that's the Revolutionary War. The American Revolutionary War, anyway. I don't think there's one for the American Civil War. I don't think that would go over well with some people, at least in America. But bye Kronos. No, Atlas. Everybody say goodbye to Atlas. Bye Atlas. The third is the American. Okay. So what's Brotherhood? I'm giving myself a headache trying to organize all of the Assassin's Creeds. Because I mean, how many more? Well, I mean, I guess there's a theoretically infinite number of time periods you could use, right? But what? They've done... Oh, I can't even begin to list how many of them. Brotherhood is the second chapter of Ezio's trilogy. Okay. Yeah, I couldn't even begin to tell you who all the protagonists are. All I know is Ezio and Altair. Get away, get away, get away. It's based in Rome. Right, because like Da Vinci's there, right? He gives you the what is it called? The rope dart. It is a rope and a dart. That's where that one comes from. I can just run from these guys, can't I? Please go away. Okay, whew, that was close. No, okay, whew. Those spinning ones get me every time. Push down and X to jump off the wall. I don't know if I'd like Assassin's Creed or not. I mean, I haven't tried it. I do kind of want to give it a shot, because, I mean, a lot of people have good things to say about Assassin's Creed. But, like, I feel like there's a stigma around Assassin's Creed. Just because it's so, just because of where it's gone, I guess, which isn't really fair for the first games, right? To judge them based on the newer ones. So, I don't know, maybe I should give them a shot. Why did I do that? What was the point of me doing that? I can see that I need to bring those stones up here somehow, but how? I can... Okay, let's see. I can push them over here, and I can push them up this ramp. This Ramp seems important. Oh, I see. Okay, never mind. I got it. I push it over here, next to the ramp, push the stone up the ramp, onto this stone, push the 2 stones stacked together over here, push them off the stack, and boom. We got rocks. Watch this. Let's go. See, chat, I can solve a puzzle in under an hour. It is possible. Boop, okay. Then come up here. Thank you. Now, which way is the intended way? I think that right path is the intended route. Rep. Okay, here we go. Feather? Eye. Okay, we'll take it. We've been making really good progress. Chat. I feel. Oh no. Rocks. Ooh. Come on, go, go, go. I feel like we've gotten, like, really far today. I mean, where did we start? We started in the, well... Oh! Go down faster, go down faster, go down faster, go down faster! Okay, whatever. It's chip damage. We started in the, puzzle area. I mean, this is almost an entire section of the game we've completed right now. There's still an hour left in stream. Any bosses want to come out of here? Kratos, think about what you're doing for a second. Think about what you're doing. Don't you think that this chain is important? I mean, think of the ramifications. Never mind.
You are strong, but you are far too small, even for an Olympian to be a god. Kratos.
What? Well, now...
You dare show your face to me after what you have done?
Now you're mad?
I will.
You didn't want to bring this up when I was like right in front of you?
Atlas! You must trust me! Much has passed since we last met!
Ooh! You know, I don't know what they're talking about. Kratos probably...
Because I seek to destroy Zeus!
Did Kratos, like, stab Atlas in the first game?
You have not changed. And how do you plan to defeat the king of the gods?
Ow.
By taking the blade of Olympus back and driving it into Zeus's heart! It holds the power I once wielded as the god of war!
The blade of Olympus. I have not heard that name in many years. Since the end of the Great War. Bloodlust and power raged within Zeus. His desire to rule over mortals was intolerable to us. The war between the Titans and the Olympians forged the landscape of the mortal world. It was a war that we knew
Titans must win.
I wish this game had subtitles.
If we lost, it would mean an end to the golden age of the Titan rule. Peace and prosperity for mankind would be no more.
Ooh, right in the pectorals. Ugh, that looks like it hurts. They fought in Chains of Olympus on PSP. Oh, is that like a prequel? I looked at like...
The battle continued despite my capture. Then Zeus created a powerful weapon to end the Great War. A weapon forged from the heavens and the earth. The Blade of Olympus.
I banish you to the darkest pits of Tartarus!
Awoke in the torment of the underworld, banished to the darkest pits of Hades. I would have destroyed Zeus if you had not put me here, slave of the gods.
I no longer do the bidding of the gods,
sorry.
Atlas. I have stomached their betrayal for the last time. Show me the way to the sisters, and I will kill Zeus once and for all.
I've acquired Atlas Quake. Okay, I guess we'll see what it does. L2 to perform destructive earth. To perform destructive earth? How many times can I use it? I just spam like a shockwave. It's a little bit underwhelming for the last magic spell, but I mean, it's pretty strong AoE. But anyway, I was saying, yeah, I think I was curious how many God of War games there were. So I looked at the Wikipedia page, and man, the release order of the God of War games is not at all close to the chronological order. Like, this game is like the fourth or something in the timeline.
You are a powerful warrior,
Something crazy like that.
and a worthy ally of the Titan.
Then tell me how to find the Temple of the Sisters of Fate.
None. Not even the Titan know how to reach the Sisters' Temple. But it is said he who finds it will wield great power. I have given you the last of my magic, Spartan, and I will help you across the great chasm. But that is all I can offer.
What are you gonna do? Chunk me over to the other side?
May fate grant you passage, Kratos. For many rely on your success.
It's Thanks, Atlas. Very cool. It's the 4th. Oh, wow. That was kind of a guess. I'm curious. I'm curious, vice versa. How do you feel about the new God of War games? Like the ones on what is it, PS5? With Kratos' son. You know, those ones? How do you feel about those? They seem very fundamentally different from these games. Of course, I haven't played them myself. Because, you know, I don't have a PS4 or a PS5. I would be surprised if you yourself said you had a PS5, because, like, nobody has one. Right? Is that, well, actually, is that a problem in Europe? Because I know that's an issue here, at least in the States. It's like impossible to get a PS5. I mean, I guess I am assuming that you are in fact in Europe. I did play the last one, but I've seen the gameplay. It's totally different. I can't tell you if it's good because I did not play it. That is totally fair. That makes you a lot more rational than a lot of other gamers out there. You know, because like some people really want to say if a game is good or not without playing it. You know what I mean? Like, how do you do that? I think I had this conversation on stream before, but like, even if you watch like 100 reviews for a game, you'll never know if you like a game or not until you play it yourself. Oh, dang it. I'm just gonna take this damage. Get the most out of my Titan Rage. Let me go, let me go, let me go. Please, have mercy. Have mercy. I need to grab this guy. Dang it. I remember the first time I saw it and liked it. Now, if I have to watch a speedrun, I do not want to. Does not impress me the same way the earlier chapters. But if I can get a PS4 or PS5, I'll try it. Yeah, I feel sort of the same way about Ratchet and Clank. I'm a big Ratchet and Clank fan. My favorite franchise of all time. But I've only ever played the PlayStation 2 titles. I should have saved that chest. I've not played any of the PlayStation 3 or 4 or 5. Although I do own a PS3 now. But, you know, I hear mixed things about the PS3 games. But, you know, I won't know if it's something I like or not until I try it. So. Let's see if I can petrify this guy. I cannot. Okay. Open up, please. Waste of time. You can petrify Cyclops, but now with the enemies on their head. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Well, actually, it doesn't make sense. Why would that be true? But I guess from a gameplay standpoint, it makes like functional sense. Okay, so the riders are dead. Do that several times in a row. Oh my gosh, these cyclopses have my number, I swear. By the way, save the ores for the third stage, then complete the Rage of Kronos. Oh, there are Gorgons in the third one? Complete the Rage. Okay. So, is it worth it to try to petrify the Cyclops though? Grab. Okay. So I'll grab. And then I'll do one of these. Okay. Let's kill the little guys first, actually. Let's kill the little guys. This guy. I wonder, how does exactly does the petrification effect work? Does it like stack? Like, does it save how many like points of petrification I put on them, or do I have to do it all in one go? Sucking it up. Okay, that guy, the fireballs over there, giving me some. You can get a lot of Cyclops eyes. Let the little guys live, so they'll call for another Cyclops. If you don't care, eliminate them first. Yeah, I don't. What do the Cyclops eyes do again? Those give you like. Let me see. To earn a bonus treasure. Slay the Cyclops and collect the eye to earn a bonus treasure. You want like a costume? Is it a cool costume? Like, is it like really cool? A really good costume? Okay. I'm assuming you have to do a brutal kill on the Cyclops to get that. Okay, we'll try. We'll see how many I can kill. So leave these guys alone. We'll go call more. Oh boy. to get rid of the fireball, though. Ow. I need to get out of this corner. Bad. Bad. Man, I had enough problems with one of these guys. Ooh. I'm getting comboed. Bro! Leave me alone! You can load the save every time you want to get the eyes quicker. You don't have to begin the game again. Oh, so like, you can save the game here, and then just make a separate save somewhere else. You don't have to begin the game again. Okay. So wait, if you unlock the costume, does that unlock it across every save file? Because then you'd effectively have as many attempts as you wanted, right? Alright, here's what I'll try. Jump up with the wings. And then from up here, no. Okay, they can still hit me up there. I'm getting comboed. Can I parry the Cyclops? I cannot parry the Cyclops. You can grab them before they finish. I think so. I do not want to switch to easy mode. You cannot counter. Yeah, I learned that one the hard way. Oh, no worries. No worries, it was funnier that way. Oh, you can't grab them. Okay. You cannot grab the horn players while they are...
Let the rage of the Titans drive your rage.
While they are horning. Here. Come over here, guys. Okay. Fireball guy is gone. Fireball guy is gone. Oh, another one. Excellent. These guys are pretty squishy, though. Okay. I really hope the whole stream doesn't... We don't get stuck here for a half hour. Okay, so here's a tip. For this level, grab the little guys. Okay, I know that one. I just forgot. I completely forgot about being able to do that, because that's where all the big attacks come from. Shut up. I don't want to hear you. Your music sucks. Yes, fight me. Fight me. Boom, bam. The best thing about grabs is that you're invincible while you're grabbing someone. The air grab blocks every attack. Boosh. Let's just spam circle. I can't die while I'm doing this. Invincible. Oh. Oh. Boo. That's what you're talking about. Okay. I've never seen that one before. Oh. Oh, okay. I flubbed that one up. It's OP. It does seem pretty strong. It's not working for some reason. It worked that one time. I guess I'm not pressing circle fast enough. It doesn't always work. Well, that's unfortunate. Here. If I launch you in the air first, and then I do one of these. Boosh, hit him with the wiffle ball. Wait, no, that's not wiffle ball. Paddle ball, that's what I'm thinking of. Now you're lame. Now the Cyclops is lame. It only has one attack. No, 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 no. Leave me alone. Check out this new trick I just learned. Boosh. Bam. Oh. Timing is very precise. Oh, you're not dead? You're not dead. There you go. You're dead now. Okay, I'm gonna lure him over here. I need health. Come on, come on. Okay. Whew. Oh, right, yeah. Okay, now you are toast. No! I hate you. Go away. Go away. Okay, you know what? Oh, it slows him down, too. Got him. Okay. Sheesh. Nice, thank you. It only took 20 minutes. It only took 20 minutes, and some coaching. Take magic. You want to open up? Oh, what? Excuse me. You want to you want to open? That's something you want to do right now, door? Well, let's see. What do I what do I have available to me? There's none of that happening. I mean, I can grab onto the ledge, but I can't. I must be missing like a lever or something. Is this important? Okay, there it is. What? Oh, okay. I'll do the other way then, right? Pull this all the way to the left. I don't think I pulled it all the way last time. Pull it all the way to the left. Oh no, run to this one. Pull this to the left. There we go. Gotta do like a little leapfrog maneuver. There we go. That looks like a trap. That is definitely 100% a trap. And before I walk into that trap, I will... Does increased damage even, like, make a difference for the hammer? I mean, if we're just going to be using it on statues anyway, like, extra damage doesn't really make a difference, does it? What am I doing here? I'm trying to... There we go. Damage juicy. Finish the blades first. Okay. You get a lot of orbs from now on. Oh, that's good to know. I mean, it does more damage, but like, yeah, not very. We're one-shotting everything with it, so. Okay, increased damage. Hyperion charge. Hold square to run. Press square while running. Press triangle while running. While evading, press triangle. And we have a new rage move. It's cool. And then, well, we could put some more points into... Yeah, let's put the rest into blades. So let's test this out. So if we hold this, we'll start running. And you get like a shoulder tackle. This seems highly situational. I mean, there is a launcher, but... Finish level 4 blades. Oh. Well, I mean, we only lost, what, like 2,000 orbs? Not a big deal. And what was the other one that we just got? What was the new move? Running. Oh, while evading. That one? I don't know about these moves. The evading one seems not bad. But, like, you have to do that attack first before you can even start running. I guess you can do it out of a combo too. Okay. We'll see how useful that is. I don't think it's going to be very good, but the best is triangle 3 times. It has so much startup. This is good for like a quick, like if you need to start a combo fast. This one is like, you know you have time. If you want the first attack to be done quicker, press square before the combo. Oh, okay. So is that the same, that's the same move, but just faster? Wow, okay. That's pretty good. You can do... Yeah, so you can do square, triangle, triangle, triangle. Oh, look at all these chests. Alright, I think that'll be our go-to combo from now on. That seems very effective. I'm going to save that until I see what this room has in it. Oh. Ouch. Oh, it stops while I'm in here. Thank you. You've acquired a crank handle. Sorry if you hear the dog barking outside. That's the neighbor. Why'd you stop? What? A stone? A what? Okay. I did not do that right. Whatever that was. I just need to pull out faster. Wow, we really do already have 2K orbs. Okay. Start now. Now, do it now, do it now. Okay, I did that wrong. I think I'm supposed to stop it while the door is open. Let me push that back in. Because how else am I supposed to get in there? Wait, nice. Did I do that right? Wait, did I just did I just screw myself? You had the block the first time. Really? Wait, there's supposed to be a cage in front of the door? Surely not. gate on the first door. Okay. Wait. Yeah. Well, I almost had it. But I was too late, I think. I'll just wait here. I'll just camp out over here. I've died so many times and very hard on this level. Yeah, I could see how this room might be a little annoying on any harder difficulty. Please don't shoot me. Please don't shoot me. Did I have it right? Yes. Okay, there we go. Mission accomplished. Could you imagine like a no-hit run? Like don't get hit one time? I wonder if anybody's ever done that. Is God of War 2 a game people care about enough to try something like that? Because the only no-hit run I've ever heard of is in like Dark Souls. Did you open the 5K red orbs chest? Let me see. I guess I didn't. Hold on. Because I only have 2,000 right now. I opened all of the chests in this room, I think. Yeah. These are open. And these are open. Oh, some time ago? Okay. I may or may not have opened it. I don't remember. You seen one guy do it? Bless his heart. Do you remember the barbarian guy? Oh, yeah, where I got the hammer from? Yeah, I remember that guy. He was a fight and a half. Bird up? Is this a bird? Is this a bird up moment? What is that? Oh no, are we in another puzzle area? When the cutscene started, there were 2 chests in the background. Oh, yeah, I remember. I remember those chests. I don't think I ever got them though. I never figured out how to get to them. I think I forgot about them. I was like, oh, look at those. Those are cool. And then the cutscene started. Button. Lever. You're able to open them when you come back to the area after you get the golden fleece. Golden. Yeah, the thing that you reflect the. I didn't ever think to go back after opening the wall with the reflection. Oh yeah, I never went back. I know that now. I never went back for that. There were 5K orbs in there? Kind of busted. I need the key of the ramp. Okay, I need the key of the ramp. This button gives a vent. This button turns some wheels that don't do anything. Play the whole God of War series with the challenge being, if I die at any point, I have to restart from the beginning of God of War 1? Absolutely not. All of them. Like, all of them? I don't think... Well, I won't say that's not possible, because somebody did all of the Dark Souls games in a row without dying. but not without great sacrifice to their mental health, I'm sure. There's a carving of Boreas, the god of the north wind. Is that part of the soundtrack, or is that the horn? Oh, no, that's the soundtrack. Okay. You can do it if you want to harm yourself. Yeah, if you want to, you know, inflict, unknowable trauma upon yourself. That's the best way to do it. Can I just move? No, I can't. Secret room, secret room. Nice. Okay. What were in those chests at the place where I had to throw people into the fire? What was in that? Was that like a feather and an eye? I don't think I asked what was actually in them. There should be one feather and 3 red orb chests. Here? Or back there in the fire area. Well, actually, what time is it? 8:54? Will there be another save point, like, within 10 minutes from now? Or no? Because if not, then I think this will be a good place to end the stream. This looks like a pretty involved puzzle. Yeah, I have a feeling that this is gonna be an involved puzzle. So I think I'm gonna end the stream here. We should stop here. Okay. So let me go ahead and quick game. Yes. So that is the stream for today. I think we made a lot of great progress today. This was a really fun stream. Thank you, vice versa, for stopping by, and oh, thank you for following as well. I appreciate that. We're still working towards getting affiliated. I think that's the first. I think that's the first one, affiliate and then partner. So I appreciate you following. You were great to have on the stream today. It's always fun to have somebody in stream that that really knows a lot about the game and can you know, tell me when I'm being an idiot. Thank you for passing the time. Oh, no worries. Yeah, I mean, it's you know, I enjoy streaming for you guys. I hope that you enjoyed watching. It's 4 a.m. in Italy. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's crazy. I guess you don't have anywhere to be tomorrow, huh? But yeah, thank you very much for being here. Thank you everybody for watching. Anybody that might be listening to this later or lurking in the chat, I appreciate everybody that comes to support the stream. I will be back tomorrow to play more God of War 2, picking up right here at the same time, 6 to 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. It's strange to see somebody play this game for the first time. Yeah, I'm sure it is, right? Like, if somebody, if I showed somebody like Ratchet and Clank for the first time, and watched them play it for the first time, it'd probably be, well, honestly, it'd probably be a little hard to watch. But yeah, it's not quite the same as experiencing it for the first time again, but you know, it's kind of like vicariously, you know. I hope to see you. I hope to watch you tomorrow. Yeah, I'll be here. I'll be here Friday. Again, that's 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. I don't know what that calculates to in Italy. But yeah, that's the plan, and I hope to see everybody here. Or I'd love to have you guys again. And what time is it now? Currently in America, it is 8:58 Central Standard Time. Yeah, in Texas, it is 8:58. So 7 hours. You're 7 hours ahead. Okay, so that would be, what is that? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. So that'd be, I guess that'd be 1 a.m. in Italy, huh? 7 hours in the future. Well, I hope to see you again. You were fun to have in stream, and I'm glad you enjoyed it. But until next time, everybody, thank you once again. I hope you have a good night or a good morning. Enjoy your Friday, and I wish you all farewell. Well, actually, hold on. Before I leave, I'm going to see if there's anybody else streaming, any friends of mine streaming, so we can rate them. And no, there is not. Okay. So, with that, I will bid you all farewell. Goodbye.